Oh, this is Talking with Burritos.
You gotta say thank you 15 times.
Am Jerry, JJ Wayne Graham.
I thought you were gonna say American Badass for a second.
No.
And I am Christopher the Rupo.
I'm done. I can't be, man. I was doing something real morbid today. I don't know what the fuck my problem is. We were just talking about that whole existence
He
thing.
was putting nails through mice on his wall. That's how morbid it is.
I started looking up my dad's name.
Oh.
And I hate seeing the name, man. Jerry Graham. It's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. Whatever. I'm not going to depress nobody. But hey, this is Talking with Burritos, a podcast that takes you from the movie theaters back to your seat on the couch. I am Jerry, JJ Wayne Graham, again.
Yeah, I'm Christopher the Ruple.
All right, in this episode, we like to talk about movies and other things, media. And on the menu for this episode, we have, what do we have? We're going to have our review-tizers. I call them review-tizers.
Review-tizer.
We're going to have those. We're going to have maybe a couple of snippets from this, that, and the other. I got a couple of news things I would like to talk about or just mention just for the comedy.
Man, there was some news that I had that I can't remember now.
Okay.
I saw something funny the other day.
Everything's funny in the news. And we
10 kids killed today. Top riot.
And we also going to, give you guys like the regular thing on movie dish for the week and our Twilight Zone episode, selection for this week. Okay, so let's go into the review-tizers. Let's give it over to Chris and a review-tizer. If you guys don't know, it's just like it's going to be a small review of a movie. Figure we can save all the other stuff if you want to go longer into like a blog or something. But unless I go on a rant.
Yeah. What you do?
Yes, I do. I go, hey, if you feel affected by something, if you watch a movie, you feel it, write it down, do something, talk to somebody about it, just get it out because that's what they're there for. It's to excite emotion and to entertain as well. Or maybe not just to entertain, but to actually excite thought, and then conversation. Why not? All right, go ahead, Chris.
All right, so my movie this week I watched was The Edge of 17. A James L. Brooks produced film. Now, do you recognize that name?
James L. Brooks.
Yes.
Okay. I know Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
I know his dad. And this is his son?
I don't know if it's actually his son. I don't know if it's related.
Somewhat,
or not.
maybe, no?
It could be a possibility because he's been around for a while.
Oh, okay.
I never really looked it up.
Yeah.
But he is a producer on The Simpsons since the beginning.
Oh,
he's an executive producer. Yep.
Yeah,
so he's
that
known for
name
producing
is
some
there.
pretty big things.
Yes.
And honestly, I think he should be very proud to put his name on this
movie.
Because I remember seeing that on the trailer of, and produced by James L. Brooks, a producer from The Simpsons. And I'm like, that's kind of weird to bring up, but it's kind of nice to see that because he's putting his name onto this.
Yeah.
Must be pretty good.
Yeah.
Was pretty damn good.
Nice.
Honestly, it tells a story of a 17-year-old girl for about a month. And it is a very sad story, a very heartwarming story. Then it gets back to sad. It's an emotional trip through a teenage girl's mind.
Yeah.
And if you know a teenage girl, you have a teenage daughter.
And they've done that. Shit.
So
luckily for her, we didn't have to put it through too much trauma, as a family, which happens sometimes
which does happen.
too.
I mean, I wasn't a teenage girl, but I like to think I was.
Yeah, me too. Shit, why not?
But
that's what some of my friends call me though.
There's a lot of times where you're just like, I hate this character, this main girl.
Yeah.
But it's so true that this is how she did a fantastic job of depicting the teenage girl.
Stanfield, or something like that. Yeah.
She did an amazing job. Because not all teenage girls are likable all the time. We know this. And
Hells no.
There's a lot of times where they're just plain stupid, doing stupid things like that. It's a good depiction of the teenager. Better than any ABC show could ever do. ABC Family, now Freeform.
Yeah, right.
It's
capturing that emotion.
It's a great capturing of the moments
of
a teenage girl.
So that's basically what it centers around?
Yep. It's just her life during this moment.
It says Edge of 17,
Yep.
so it's in the damn title.
Yep.
Which is a song.
It is. It is by not Fleetwood Mac. It's the singer from Fleetwood Mac. I forget her name.
What is her name?
I don't know her name.
I had it right there.
I'm not a huge Fleetwood Mac fan, so I
you
wouldn't know.
started talking, and then, God damn it, you ruined it.
Edge of 17.
Joan Jett. No, not Joan Jett.
No, it's definitely not Joan
God
Jett.
damn it.
Yeah,
that chick.
But what's it called?
I know it.
I just strongly recommend it if you...
Oh, shit. Sorry.
If you just want a fun, entertaining movie that will take you on a good emotional trip.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw mostly ladies last night.
Which, yes, this is...
I think boys should go see it, too.
Boys should definitely see it.
You know what I'm saying?
I loved it myself.
Get some damn
but
insight.
But the thing is, though, what's it called? No, don't get insight, no. It'll make them want to hate girls even more, actually.
And
she's kind of a cunt.
Oh,
in some ways.
Why you had to use
ways.
that one?
I don't know why. It comes out. I just use that one more, because that's the one that everyone gets offended now. It's the only swear word you can say now that offends people.
That's true.
So
I know, right? And it's not even like in the dictionary of swear words, like, you know, fucking all these other ones. It's just like a term that people just don't like.
Yeah. But honestly, I loved her to death. I felt a little bothered that one of the love interests was 32. Not in the movie. He was depicting a teenager, but he was 32 in real life. And
did you have to look it up because it bothered you? Stevie Nicks.
I had to look it up because, like, he looked definitely older, but not super older. Like, he looked like he could portray a teenager. But there was a scene where they go swimming in a fucking huge ass, like a super hot pool, which looks really amazing. Yeah, because it takes place in the winter too. So
this is all steamy and stuff.
So it's all steamy. I'm like, oh, that looks so comfy.
Yeah,
and you can like see his hair is he has kind of a receding hairline going on, and I'm like, he's like late 20s, early 30s, ain't he? And he turned out to be like 32, and I'm like, I did not expect him to be like 32.
Yeah, because she's like 20. Like we were discussing yesterday.
They don't share a kiss or anything, so if that makes you more.
Oh, okay.
That does make me feel better.
Yeah.
But you can tell, you know, he has feelings and stuff for her, but she doesn't respond back. You know, just go watch the movie. Really good.
But then, even if he did act upon him, it's weird in a way that...
Oh, yeah. It's definitely kind of
12 years difference, but,
look up the age...
He could not get arrested. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But it's just disgusting.
I don't find it too awkward. I mean, it's a little... I mean, for that kind of...
Just being like... I just think it's like weird just because, I don't know, you can meet someone who's well matured beyond their time, you know? But
like me.
At that time, you know, I would think that...
It's like me dating you.
Yeah. Like coming into your own.
I just let out our secret.
You just need to be able to learn something. Like, you know, a lot of people like at that age don't have any much life experience. Yeah. But you know,
but this is all a movie.
I know.
They're not actually that. Yeah. They're supposed to be 17. Yeah, but they're both.
Okay.
Adults.
I'm sorry. They're both 17. I thought he was 30 in the movie.
No.
Oh, okay. Shit.
No, he's portraying a teenager, but he's 32. Okay. He's Luke Perrying it.
Yeah. You know? Okay. I got you.
No. No, he's not supposed to. Thank God. That would have made the movie creepy.
A little
No, they're
bit,
both teenagers. Yeah. They're both teenagers.
Okay.
Portraying teenagers.
That's better.
Sorry, I should have emphasized that a little bit more. Because I've been emphasizing he's 12 years older than her.
That's what I was saying. Like, that's where she went, you know?
It's been getting compared to a lot of like those teenage girl movies, you know, Pretty in Pink, Juno, like all those ones.
We haven't
that are, like,
had one in a while.
Like the last one was like what? Easy A, a good one. Easy A was
I would
like
say
the last
Easy
one.
A, yes.
Because you did have the Duff like 2 years ago, but no one talks about the Duff.
No one talks about the Duff. You like the Duff, though, right?
I didn't see it. I wanted to. I like Mae Whitman a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would have watched it. Never got the chance. I'm willing to watch it, though, because I like her a lot. She is a great actress, Mae Whitman.
Yeah.
But that was the last one, but no one remembers it. So I go with Easy A being like the true last one.
Okay.
Of those teenage girl flicks. Oh. But this one's rated R, so it's a little stronger on that part. But I mean, I think it depicts.
Is it language?
A lot of language, teens drinking. There's no sex, but there are sexual acts going on. You don't see anything, but you see acts of
like innuendos of sorts.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right.
I mean, it's in the trailer pretty much that you see the friend give the her brother a hand job.
Her brother. Oh,
Yeah.
I think she walks
that was
in.
like you don't see that, but you see it going.
Did you say it? Did you mention it before? I
don't think I
remember someone
mentioned
saying
it.
that there was an awkward scene or something.
No, I talked about my awkward scene with her peeing.
Oh, maybe
because what it was
okay.
the janitor walked in, and I'm like, if she
Yeah.
walked in 2 minutes later, it would have been a grown 24-year-old man watching a 20-year-old depicting a teenager taking a piss.
on the movie. So that's just
and you hear the full thing.
Oh, just
and I'm just like sitting there like, man, if she came in 2 minutes later, that would be creepy.
I'm like, hey, I'm just watching a movie though. Hey,
I'm just enjoying the movie.
I'm like, hey, what? I'm just watching the movie. I'm supposed to look away? Like, oh, she's peeing. Let me not look away.
Yeah.
I'm in a movie theater by myself. Okay, maybe. Oh,
but yeah, I strongly recommend it to all girls. Like it is. It's not just for women, but it's a great piece for women to watch because it's very relatable in that sense.
Yeah.
Whether you're even if you're a mom, this movie can be relatable in that sense.
No, that's true too.
And I recommend grown-ass men go watch this one. You can leave the teenage boy at home or let him watch Fantastic Beasts or something.
So no.
Make a grown-ass man go watch this.
Yeah.
He'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
You know, especially if they can really respond to how the characters act. You know, because she can be a bitch at some points, but she can be very
topsy-turvy.
She's very topsy-turvy, like a teenage girl.
Yeah.
You know, also Woody Harrelson is amazing in this.
Well, he's always amazing. That dude is just good.
He's always at 11, you know?
Yeah.
And he does an amazing job as the teacher who's kind of there for her kind of thing.
That's always envisioned myself being. Just one of those teachers.
I could see you doing that.
Who's just cool with people. Like, I just want you to be the best person you can be. You know, and just, wisecrack. As long as you're doing your work
really
and stuff.
Gives that. He
no?
You almost want to get that vibe from him.
Okay.
But he doesn't really give that vibe because he's kind of lazy.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it's just watch it and you'll see how his character is. It's amazing just how he is, you know?
See, that's one on my list I would hope to see. Yeah. I have to really come out of
strong recommendation. I would say a 5 out of 5.
Nice.
This is a flaming butthole.
Nice, okay.
You know?
That means that salsa's strong, people.
That is some strong salsa. This is
strong salsa.
This is stuff with the warning label on it.
Yeah.
That says you need to dilute it with
ghost
water.
peppers or something, that you have to have milk nearby. Yeah. Does that really work?
Milk does help.
Milk does help.
But if it's very hot, it can take a lot of milk and a lot of time.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. I
do not understand. I know they do it for hits. Because I saw this one, it was like this new person on YouTube or something, and I think it was a dude that we know. Yeah. He purple something.
Oh, freaking Michael, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jester?
There was one time where I was watching when he was actually making videos. He's not doing that anymore.
He's doing a little bit of stuff.
Is it?
Not like videos like every day like he was before.
Well, yeah, he was trying to do that, and it didn't work out so well because,
it's a high stress thing. It's high stress, a lot of commitment.
Yes. But yeah, and one time I just thought he did it. I'm just like, oh, why, bro? You don't need that. He was doing a lot of the stuff that other people were doing or had done before because it was kind of, by the time he did it, it was like, it's already gone. It's subsided. I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess somebody
the only person I watch who does that, he doesn't do it like all the time. He does a Brad Tries.
Yeah.
And he eats like different foods from around the world and stuff like that.
Oh, that's different.
And like the new things. But he'll have like because he had the killer chip, which is you get one chip. It's made with like the hottest pepper, and it literally took him like almost a gallon of milk to get it to like stop burning.
Oh man, I guess fun for laugh factor, but I never thought torturing my digestive system with that, man. I just can't do it, man. I'll eat a burrito. I'll eat a Whopper burrito.
He's like your age actually, so he's just like because he does another show with another guy.
Oh, okay.
Called Flaming Brian's Kitchen.
Yeah, and
they try out hot sauces and stuff like that and rate them. Mm-hmm. And he was saving it for that, but Brian is having stomach issues.
Yeah, as well he should.
Yeah. So maybe time caught up with him.
You get older. You just can't be taking down that stuff, man. It just does not work out that way.
See, this is why I just go with the mild buffalo. I used to go with the hottest, but now I just stick with the mild because I like it for the flavor.
For the flavor. I love the buffalo flavor, but certain things upset me.
Yeah.
I can eat wings. Those are fine. But like, even nowadays, sometimes like, excuse me, spaghetti sauce or something. If I have too much of it, I think it's something about the acids and whatever.
It's probably the acid in there because, like,
if I have something with
some acid, like quite a bit of acid.
Yeah, with a lot of acid, then it really just jumbles up the tum tum. Okay, so I watched this week. We're gonna transition over to Bleed for this. Yeah. Okay, and this is what I worked out. This is what I thought when I was coming out. I'm like, okay, I need a sentence. Okay. I'm like, okay, it works well. Great. Oh, no, here it is. Great story. Horrible movie.
Ouch.
It didn't need to be made. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think like a 30 by 30, like on ESPN. Yeah. You know, have you seen any of those? Those things are great.
Those are good.
You know what I'm saying?
They're short and simple.
Yeah, and you get the people in there doing the interviews, and it's very good interviews and very good reporting.
You get the story without having to watch a whole movie.
Yes. And with this, you get emotion and stuff. Yep. Get people really telling about the real emotion that they were feeling at that time and, what happened then. And it maybe get to see the person. But yet, with this one, it's like, okay, I saw him there, but I didn't believe him to be him. Yeah. But yet it played just like any regular boxing movie.
I was about to say, it looks like the boxing movie that you get every year. It looks like the generic boxing movie.
And but we had this one. We had, what was the other one before? Hands of Stone. And I don't know how they differ because I didn't watch Hands of Stone. Yeah. But this one was just like that. It's like just a typical...
It's just your boxing movie of the year.
Boxing movie,
It's no Creed or Rocky,
No Creed or Rocky.
It's no $1 Million Baby.
You got to sell the character. And that's what it was.
It's the biopic versus the biopic boxing movie versus the made up one. I mean, was $1 Million Baby biopic? No. So yes, I think boxing movies work better when they're an original idea not taken from someone else's life or inspired by someone else's life, like the Rocky movies.
Yes.
Those work on their own. Creed works on its own. $1 Million Baby works on its own.
The thing that sold Rocky was Rocky.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to sell that character.
I always say Rocky is a romance movie first, then a sports movie.
Well, I think that's what Stallone says too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Stallone
cool. said it wasn't a sports movie. It was a drama.
It's a drama.
That's what it's supposed to be. It was just a guy going through hard times, and he finds this thing. He said it was a love story. It was like that's what he basically said a long time ago. Like if you watch some interviews of him, like back when he won the Oscar for it, he said it's a love story.
See, I never knew that. It was never
a sports story. So yeah, he said that.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I like the creator of the movie.
Yeah,
said that too.
Yeah, and it's just because you get that sentiment. You get that it's not all about Rocky. It wasn't all about boxing. It was about his relationship with Mary and what's her name? Adrian. Mary Ann. I don't know why I said Adrian. But this one. But yet. You gotta give it up to Vinny, the Tasmanian Devil. Okay, great story because he comes back from breaking his neck in a car injury. Like and he's able to come back and win the belt. Spoiler alert. Look at it up on. What I'm saying?
It's called.
Come on, it's in
Pick
sports.
Up a Book.
Yeah, great freaking story, but yet
how is Miles Teller in it?
Miles Teller is always awesome. The guy is
he's a good actor.
He's coming around.
And Katie Sagal, she was in it also.
Oh, Katie Sagal is just brilliant.
Yeah, I love her.
Come on, anything with Katie in it.
Honestly, I want to watch the movie, even though I know the story. Even if it's lame, I want to see it more for the characters than anything.
But the thing is, I don't think they were able to what's his name did. Aaron Eckhart did a great job as the manager. As the coach. In this one, and even Steven something. He did well as a father, but. It was just...
It fell flat on his face.
I don't think the emotion was there. They tried to bring the emotion, but I think the emotion needed to be more there than it was. And it was a little bit of okay, we got this, and now we have to get this and get them to this point, having them struggle more because, come on, it's a neck injury,
Exactly.
And I want to know more about the inner turmoil.
Heal very easily from, and it's hard to recuperate.
But it was more in here, internal than external. He could have gave a damn about what it was on the outside. It was the internal. Like this dude was here and he couldn't box anymore because they saying he couldn't walk and stuff. You want to see that struggle, that real struggle of like just having to. They showed it, but it didn't impact you where it was like, okay, I'm just sitting in my living room eating stuff and. You know, you don't see the depression or whatever that gets that. You know, he touches on it a little bit, but yet it didn't bring any emotion to the scene or anything like that. Like, oh, okay, I'm depressed. So when he triumphs and he starts, you know, training again, even with this thing on his halo, he wears a halo. You know, you're kind of like, all right, kind of knew this was going to happen. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
we all know the end, so get us there, but have us feel for him.
We want to see more inner turmoil. We want to see him suffer.
You have to see that, even with Rocky.
You want your Oscar or your Academy, you gotta suffer for it.
You have to suffer for it. Freaking $1 Million Baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was a great film, you know, but yet, you know, you really cared for those characters in that movie. It really made you feel something, and that's how they were able to win it.
See, the way you're describing it, it seems like they're making this more for the mainstream audience because they want to see the triumph more than the suffering. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess they're making it more for the audience and to try to. Oh yeah,
it's straight up Hollywood. That's why I say it would have worked better, more interesting as a 30 for 30 on ESPN.
But obviously, people don't mind turmoil and stuff like that. If we have, you know, everyone loves Rocky.
They don't mind if it's done well.
Then again, they always remember Rocky 2 more than
anything. If you do it well, then they won't mind.
Yeah.
The audience for this is going to...
I know.
It's not going to reach mass appeal. Anyone who's watching this movie, they either know about it or they're very curious or they like Miles Teller or they Aaron Eckhart or Katie Seagal or they like these types of films. These, you know, someone...
See, I'm not saying for it to be like 12 Years a Slave sad. It just needs to be sad.
It does.
You know, I think that's
this one needed
how
to
you're
be
describing
sad.
It should be more sad.
It did have. It needed to be sad because I wanted to feel for this guy because boxing was his all, and then this thing happens that almost takes it away from you. We have to feel that. I felt more emotion than fucking Karate Kid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that one was sad. You know, Mr. He's not Miyagi,
but even then, think how campy Karate Kid is. But yet, that made you feel, didn't it?
Yeah.
Still to this day, it makes me feel. You know, because you relate to that character somehow, some way. But yet this dude, he was able to overcome those odds when they said he wasn't going to walk again. And then boom, what does he do? And then Mila Jolly Baby, she's fighting, boom. She's what? You know, something really bad happens to her. You know? Kind of weird how that happened. But it happened to her. So I just wish there was more there. And so it's like what? I want to be lenient. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 isn't bad. It needs improvement.
That's a Pico.
A C
that's
is
some Pico.
A C
right there.
is needs improvement.
Yeah, it's Pico.
2.
It's Pico. 2. Pico is 2.
Pico's 2.
Mild.
3 is mild. Oh. Okay. It's ketchup, Pico, mild, hot.
Okay, for the entertainment value, I'm gonna tell you, I was on my seat on some of the edge of the fight when he gets back in the ring because you're wondering like, okay. If this dude gets hit, you know the story. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know he's gonna triumph. But yeah, I didn't know much about it because I didn't want to look at anything online before I went in to know the outcome. But then, you know, judging by the way they were fighting, I'm like, okay, it's about that. You know, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. But like, it still has you on your edge of your seat because you think, okay, he's just gonna get hit real bad and he's gonna maybe go, you know. So that did give me that little that fright in my heart, like, oh damn, this dude's gonna kill himself. Yeah. So I did feel something there. So I'll give it a mild instead of the Pico. I'll take the Pico off the show and give it a mild. So it spiced me up a little bit, but not too much.
You know,
plus it has Katie Duvall and Miles Teller. I love him. He did a great job for what it's. Seagal. And Aaron Eckhart was awesome. Yeah. Oh my goodness, just great.
So stay for the characters and the edge of seat action. Leave because not sad enough.
Yeah, because it's a boxing movie and it kind of has the same damn outcome.
Yeah,
like I would like to see a boxing movie without the boxing.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean Rocky?
Yeah. Because then you get to everything else about the story. Yeah. You know, like this one would have served with everything else about the story. You play like the beginning, the one thing, you know, when he becomes like awesome Uber and then he has a car accident, but after that, no more boxing. Yeah. Even if the motherfucker won and you know he wins, you don't have to show that. You're wasting time there. You know, use that time to show us some character development. Mm-hmm. You know, the family aspect, all that stuff. I would have loved to see more Katie Seagal. And then they touched on this relationship with the father. He's like, where have you been all night? And it's like, well, you cursing me, boy? And it's like, oh, where's that at? Oh, you touched on it. Give me more of that. There's, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there was some family dynamic stuff going there, but they didn't give it to us. They kind of hung it out there for me to like some fucking meat. and I just wanted to grab it. I want to eat it, but you just and they just took it away, and so now I'm a pissed off lion in a cage. So that's my review. Okay, so now let's go to this, that, and the other. I just got a couple news, so I just want to share with Christopher. I know he probably doesn't have anything. Okay, I know it. Okay, I'm trying to look at you. I'm thinking this is the article that you were looking.
Maybe.
Okay. Because who dissolves in a hot spring.
That was Colorado. It. That was it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Because, I saw that last night, and I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Shit, 76 degrees was this hot springs in Colorado.
Was it Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Degrees. It was hot, bitch. How about that?
I was just saying, it's hot. It's hot.
It's hot enough. To the point, man. So, yeah. Okay, so they wandered off the beaten path because they have this thing called hot potting. Mm-hmm. People go off the trail and they go into one of the springs and then they lounge and they relax into one of these springs. Well, this guy was just basically with his sister. They wander off. They pass all the barriers and all the warning signs and said, do not go in here because it's a thing. That's what people do. And so they're walking in there. And so he sees one of these springs and he's like, okay, I'm going to, judging by his sister, that's what she says. She says that there's video of it. So, because she was videoing him, they were like, because everything's on video nowadays. He was testing the water when he falls in. And then after that, nothing. They said they were able to recover the body, but it had dissolved significantly. And one of the things I watched, it was like talking about like decomposition, like, it basically ate away his body. Mm-hmm. It's just, what the fuck? Yeah. They found sandals.
Hey, the sandals lived. Thanks, Target brand sandals. That's our sponsor for the week.
And so, like, one of these tragedies hasn't happened since like 1975, I believe, when a guy was hot potting and it's just like he just sizzled. He just died, know. But yeah, they basically said this one ate him alive for the most part because it's just basically sunk. And it's like 176 degrees, people. Like, okay. Warning fucking signs are there for a reason. Okay, little fucking kid in the fucking zoo. There's no motherfucking gorilla now because this fucking kid decided to ignore his damn mom, who there was a sign there. And so this could be parental negligence or zoo, like, hey, you need better barriers, but there's a fence, there was brushing, there was a shrubbery there to cover up, but then, they had like these ropes type things because it's like a high.
Exactly.
They didn't think people were just gonna jump over this damn thing. This little fucker goes through and climbs over and then goes into the damn cage. Like, come on, people, heed the fucking warning signs. They're not there just for your fucking entertainment.
It's not decoration.
Shit. Fuck, man.
And this is why people can't sue. Yeah. So
you're not gonna sue. Sorry about that. You can't.
Shit.
And so what are you gonna sue? Say, oh well, they didn't provide ample enough security around there. It's like,
you know what the security was? There was a big sign that says, danger, hot ass water, gonna burn your ass alive.
Wasn't fencing. No, they put up these signs to stop this because they know it's a problem. Because people are doing it. It's a fad. Yeah. Let's still videotape ourselves in one of these springs. Well then, but his was an accident, so it's a little unfortunate because if it is
imagine if
how his sister said that he
it and just put his finger in. Ow.
Oh,
we're leaving
107.
now.
Whoa, have you ever done this with spaghetti water? Just like, on the stove? It burns you, man. Oh. Yeah, so that was horrible. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, people, that's bad. All right. And here's another one I just wanted to bring up because, my boy Stephen Hawking's at it again.
Oh, hey, I read this one too.
Oh, did you?
I do my news articles at night. I go through my Bing so I can get my searches.
Yeah.
I just look through the news and stuff.
Within the next 1,000 years, people, we got to get the fuck out.
Yep.
We have to find a place to live or we're going to die. We're going to basically eat away ourselves. We got to use up. Yes. Well, he said that they're saying that there's like 2,900 some planets, Earth-like planets out there that are possibly habitable, small planets and stuff, that we could inhabit. So why the hell? Why haven't we found any, Chris?
Well, I mean, they're so far away, and you can't really tell if it's really like that.
That's true.
You know, I mean, until you can actually send a probe, and then sending a probe takes, X amount of years, you know.
How are we going to get there, Chris? I need to know.
We're going to create super-powered jet fuel liners.
See, my thing is, he tells me these things.
Wait. Oh. We'll make Stargates.
Exactly. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to find some way to break that stellar dimensional void. Yeah. Warp zone or something. We have to do Star Trek technology or drives. Star Wars. Something to get us from point A to point B relatively fast.
Or we can get
and so it's
relays.
all about light manipulation. Light travels at a certain speed. And so therefore we have to find some way to tap into that energy, that phenomenon of light.
Okay. I offer another
the
solution.
Sun. Okay, go ahead.
We make what's it called? We can go into different dimensions instead, and go to the dimension where Al Gore won the 2000 election, and then the world would be okay.
Let's go there.
Because what's it called? Because global warming would have been defeated by President Gore.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not no longer the Dark Ages.
Yeah. And we wouldn't have had those 8 years of Bush.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. Maybe we got something accomplished, huh?
Yep.
Okay. And do you think there's another dimension out there?
There are infinite amounts of realities.
There you go. Which one are we living in now?
The crap factor.
What is if that's true, and you find that you discover that later on in life, somehow, some way, you wake up one day and you realize that what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This shit ain't real.
I was about to say,
what happens?
Alternate
what happens to your frame of mind?
Have always been
how do you live your life?
One of my favorite things to look at, because that's how I write a lot of my stories, is looking at alternate dimensions and stuff. But finding out that I'm just in this dimension and there is another RuPaul in another dimension, I mean, it'll confirm my beliefs, which makes me happy. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to replace that one and be there.
Well, what if that place isn't that good? Are you selective? Are you trying to select?
I have to be selective. I have to write an infinite list to go into these infinite realities and make a checklist
pick and
for
choose
each one.
Adventure.
Yeah, it's like our lives are just choose your own adventure books.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Let's
go into that shit. I think we'll go into choose your own adventure. That's going to be something I think we can bring that up later with our topic of choice.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure, okay?
Because it does go with the movie. It does go with it. It does go into our movie.
See, I'm just, I'm picking your brain here, picking your brain, sir. So, so with that, I love Stephen Hawking. I like when he tells us these things. Okay, 1,000 years we have to, but then he, in the same sentence, in the same breath, reminds us that with creating more or making AI more intelligent, they are going to one day supersede us as a race because they will learn how to create their own.
Yeah.
So,
because that's how
there's no other way for us to get there unless, in my opinion, to that point, unless the divine Lord upstairs says, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a break. Look at this. You had an alternate place that you could go. I already created that too.
Here's a Stargate. Bam.
I created that too. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you. Okay, so, or he's like, I just had to make y'all suffer for a little bit. And the rapture isn't him just killing everyone, their souls. No, he's taking them up and putting them on a different place. And all the people who he don't like, you're going to stay here and suffer because, you deserve it because you're an asshole. Yeah. No, just kidding. No, I ain't going to say that because politicians, period. Yeah, something like that. So yeah. So how is that possible? Because I don't think we can get there unless, I said this before in another podcast, I think. It's going to be AI that will determine that. If we can do those things.
We'll need to work together, and we need to make sure we don't treat them as second-class citizens.
Yeah.
We need to...
Fucking Chappie.
Yeah, we don't want a Chappie.
You don't want fucking Chappie.
iRobot. You
don't want iRobot. Oh, shit, you don't want that. Fucker was terrifying.
We definitely don't want Terminator. We need to work together. No. We need to work brothers and hands. Oh, fucking, what's it called? Terminator. I don't want to fucking get eradicated.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't want them to I don't want Skynet to send all the fucking nuclear missiles of the world and destroy everything. How about that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that whole part. Yeah. I was thinking more about the robots.
Of course, you're thinking just about the robots.
I was just thinking how creepy those iRobots looked.
They were pretty fucking creepy.
I wouldn't have one in my house, man.
You know what?
Oh, my
I
good
would
Lord.
rather fight one of those things than a T-800, you know, or a T-1000.
They were pretty strong, though.
That's true, but I mean,
They took Will Smith's arm.
They did take care of Will Smith's arm. But a T-1000 can transform and slice you in half.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how much more I'm going to beat this down. But yeah. Okay. I love it, Stephen Hawking, because, so in 1,000 years, you're supposed to just get out people. So I am saying this, like, if you have children, you know, because hopefully children aren't listening to this podcast because we curse a lot and stuff.
I said the C word.
Or, because I know kids listen to a lot of stuff. I don't care if you're listening. You listen to me, put down this podcast, put down everything else, your remote controls, your
After
fucking,
we tell you this part, though.
Your iPad, your stuff. Pick up a science book. Or subscribe to a science podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Neil deGrasse Tyson has an amazing podcast.
Go there, and then anything that's related to him on that, look it up and learn some shit.
Watch some Bill Nye.
It's very, and subscribe to a National Geographic or something. Or Wired Magazine, that's a good one too. Or New Scientific, New Science, as they come out with a weekly
Or pick up a
thing,
Magic School Bus.
Or just that too.
Especially if you're really young listening to this.
Yes, if you're really young listeners, I want to question your parents, first of all, to have them email me. Because I want to give them a high five for being so open.
Yeah.
Because that's cool.
It's cool.
You know.
And then we got to scold you because it's like, why are you
listening? Then what little fucking put this damn podcast down, you little
How
asshole.
do you know about, what's it called already? What movie? Unbreakable. That's the first movie that comes to mind.
Oh, that's the only one you should know, little kids. And that's another thing. Before we get shipped off to another planet, store anything, all copies of Unbreakable, and take that with you. Because it's gonna happen. Because I believe there's that one too. I believe all of it.
And we should definitely, if the robots take over, we should definitely get rid of all the Transformers movies because that might be considered blackface for them.
Oh,
yeah, because they kind of depict them in a bad way, you know.
Blackface Transformers. That's actually pretty good. I like that one.
Because when you think about it, I mean, the second one literally did have them doing blackface.
All right, we're just to stop this. We're just gonna stop that right there, and let's leave that hanging for. This is gonna be one of those dangling
Jerry's favorite characters were more flaps and flips.
Dangling participles. Participles. What's it? What do you call those? No, dangling participles. Participle. What's that word? It's like literature. It's like English. Dangling participle. Yeah, it's like that's what it's called. It's like a word that dangles. I don't fucking know. I don't even know. I just know it can. It just sounds pretty cool. Yeah, that sounds like a good podcast. Dangling participles. Participle.
If you can't even know,
fuck, I still can't say it. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't care. Okay. Now we're going to the movie dish of the week, people. The main movie dish of the week. All right. So our main movie dish of the week comes from the RuPaul, and it's it's a great movie.
Walt Disney's very own creation came straight from his mind because it ends with it.
And now we're going
to Meet the Robinsons.
To Christopher RuPaul for our synopsis.
Christopher
Robinson. I just said that, Christopher Robinson. Christopher RuPaul Robinson.
You know, I don't get bothered by a lot of stuff, but I get bothered by that.
Okay, Christopher Robinson.
I should not have admitted it.
Okay, Robinson.
It's almost as bad as what's it called? Whatever Sam Condra was calling me for a while. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, shit.
That one got under my skin because I was like, that's so dumb. But it's over now, so I don't
It's all
care.
about the person that is not dumb, too.
I was about to say.
Who cares if it's dumb to you? But it's all about their humor, their entertainment.
In the words of Jerry, I kind of deserve that karma after a while.
Exactly.
Giving people nicknames and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Sometimes you get your own.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, I'll own it. Like Bubbles.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Bubbles is cool, though.
I'm like, I'm all right.
That's a cool one because that's a cool character.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
He's pretty damn cool. All right, so Meet the Robinsons stars a little orphan boy named Lewis, who looks vaguely familiar.
Well, I like to say Jerry.
Yeah. What?
I was just kidding. Go ahead.
What, did you think you're an orphan?
I'm an orphan. Shut the fuck up.
I'm adopted, so it's okay.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
I swear it was. During certain parts of my life, I thought it was, yes.
There's a lot of parts of there's a lot of my adulthood where I think I'm adopted, honestly, because I don't see myself as my parents at all.
Yeah.
But what's it called? But we get this little genius boy who writes up all these invention ideas. They don't quite work out. But now he's like, I want to find out who my mom is so I can get adopted by her. and he makes he's trying to make a machine that'll make him see his past by shooting lasers into his brain.
Yeah, he wants to see his mother.
And he wants to see his mom. He wants to know who his mom is.
Yes.
He wants a family without having to be good enough to be adopted by another family.
No, but he wanted to be adopted. He just couldn't do anything right. He couldn't get adopted.
He almost killed a man.
That's true.
With the peanut butter.
He did almost kill a person.
He did almost kill a guy.
And
they didn't
to each his own. He shouldn't fuck him.
She did give him the
fucking
EpiPen.
peanut allergy.
She gave him the EpiPen, but they didn't wipe off the peanut butter off his skin, so he's...
Oh, that's true.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's like...
But, the lady assured him that he wasn't dead. Because he said, I killed him? She's like, no, you did not. He's like, Mr.
Dead.
Something's going to be fine. The orphan.
He's so dead.
What do you call those? The people who are in charge of the orphanages.
The head superior.
Headmaster?
Mother superiors.
Head maiden?
Let's call them...
Oh, that sounds like a heavy metal song.
Orphan Master.
Orphan Master.
I am the master of the orphans. Gonna take them down to the Pied Piper. Gonna take them down tonight. Down. Gonna kill him.
Okay, we good.
That's a small sword. It's a long knife, but a short sword.
Yeah, so go ahead.
All right, but so he's like, I'm gonna make this invention, and we go into a montage of him making this and seeing his roommate Goob being like, I'm exhausted.
The Goobster.
The Goob. I like that kid. He's
I
relatable.
love the name, the Goob.
The Goob.
That's all fucking dope.
Yeah. But Goob's having a hard time living with Lewis's inventions, keeping him up at night and stuff like that. And it gets into science fair day, and he brings his invention, and and it's Goob's big baseball game. See if he wins or not. We'll find out. And he takes it there, but he gets some forewarning by this kid with slick black hair, being like, "Yo, bro, you can't do this. This is a legit invention, but someone's here to fuck with you. I'm a time police."
No, yeah, he's asking him if he's seen the guy in the
bowl cap, the bowler hat.
The bowler hat, yes.
Yeah, bowler hat guy, and he doesn't see him. But you know what? He just steps away from his invention for a second.
You don't know this kid, so fuck him.
He's like, fuck you, man.
I just made this. I spent like a day apparently on this.
No, montage. It was a montage, so it was like a couple months.
Oh, okay, good.
We'll say it took him 12 years.
All right, good. A lifelong project because he was 13.
Yeah, no, he's 12.
I thought he was 13.
No, he's 12. The other kid is 13.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they brought that up.
He said, I'm older than you.
Yep, I'm older than you. I'm 13.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
There you go.
Which I think is funny. But what's it called? But then, bowler hat guy appears, and he's dastardly as ever. I love his design, by the way.
Yeah.
He looks like Snidely Whiplash. He looks like a Snidely Whiplash of the Disney in that movie.
Right? Yeah.
And it works perfect.
Yeah,
just with the bowler hat and disgusting hair, which I liked his design. Yeah. Everyone else's design, they look pretty generic looking. Because honestly, Lewis looks like this one video game character from a game called Zombies Ain't My Neighbors.
Oh, okay.
He looks just like that.
Oh, okay.
Everyone look it up, side by side comparison. You'll know I'm right. Or they just ripped off Derek's look. He kind of looks like Derek. Over exaggerated Derek look.
Yeah.
But but then his bowl cap it comes off and it unscrews a couple things on Lewis's invention, and
sabotage.
Some sabotage. But
Damn, I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great fucking song. But so you got the judges coming around looking at all the kids' lame science projects. Don't touch the fire ants because that girl will kill you. And they get to his invention. He's giving him the demonstration, and he's like, "I'll wait for the turbine to turn on," and the turbine flies off and destroys everything and kills a man.
Did it?
No, it doesn't kill anyone.
Okay.
And he feels sad because his invention didn't work, and he wanted it to work so badly.
He really wanted to see his mom. That's basically what he wanted to do. But he's using the science fair as the means by which to do so, and also to impress upon them, the importance of his invention. What a greater thing than to look up something in your own past that you can't remember yourself.
Because you're a wee baba.
Yeah, he's a wee baby. And I don't know, do we remember a lot?
I remember a lot of stuff when I was 2. Because that's when I got into a car accident. I remember that very well.
See, so maybe it has to be like something that really
It has to be traumatic.
Traumatic, because I can't really remember a lot from my childhood. Like a lot of that shit's a blur. I think I said in a podcast before, I'm like, one of these days, try to go to a psychiatrist. I don't know what they could do for me.
Yeah.
I would like to unravel some of that shit, because I want to know what makes the J-Dog tick. Because I'm a really complex individual sometimes, and I just don't understand it, but that'd be kind of cool. So it's all about looking into your past, and then...
but you shouldn't. You should always look to the future.
There you go. And so we got this kid, basically, who comes down and, he takes him into the future.
Yeah, he takes him to the future.
Because he wants him to... He wants to prove to him that he's real.
Yeah, he wants to prove that he's
fucks up.
real. Yeah.
Because, they crash the ship and stuff.
Yeah.
So... Okay, so let's get to the beans the beans and cheese of this.
Yeah.
So one of the things is looking forward into the future. That's what we do with these. So he's there, and what he does is he's with all these with these different family members.
Yeah.
This whole family.
This weird ass fucking family.
This weird family that he's a part of.
But it stills the show.
But it stills the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, this is around about the time, maybe a little bit further along, where you stopped, and at that point you were not.
I got to where he found out he was.
Okay. So that one.
So
I
have seen up to that. I was in the hour mark.
Yeah.
I had 30 minutes left, which I watched this morning.
Uh-huh.
But I watched up to an hour, so
Okay.
I was beyond this part.
Yeah. Okay, so you were beyond that part. No, you were almost there. Because he didn't learn that till later. Because he meets with the family and stuff, and shenanigans.
I found out who the
so
villain
they're
was.
basically trying to hide him. He's trying to the kid from the future is trying to hide him from the family, because he knows that once they see him, then they would recognize
that hair is
him.
a dead giveaway.
It's all about the hair, It's all about the hair with him. So he was wearing, like Chris said, a fruit hat. A hat full of fruit. Yeah. It's just like fruit hat. Yeah. Like, what's that one lady used to wear
that would be Carmen.
Yeah.
Something. Carmen Romero?
Something like that, yeah. And you
the
said,
Chiquita Banana.
Yeah, used to have like a lot of that on the Looney Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
A little bingo. Like I used to watch that shit. Yeah. That little jingle. Used to have one of those like pinup girls show up on screen wearing one of them damn hats and stuff.
And Bugs Bunny would like copy her and be like, "Oh, hey
him
there,
and
and then punch him in the face or something."
So
good old times.
And so so they're doing that. So basically, this family, he finds himself being kind of at one with this group of people, which is fitting enough, because he learns that he is the past. I mean, he is the past and the future of the shorts. But okay, so why didn't you like this at the time 1 hour mark that you stopped?
It was like the first half hour was kind of slow for my taste, and
because
like
it's all about him. The story of
and
him
I didn't really
lonely.
care for Lewis all that much. He's kind of a bland, just flat character. And the what it was leading up to with the liar revealed kind of segment part of we know who you are, but we can't tell you who you are. Which bothered me a lot, because I'm like, just tell him who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
It didn't ruin anything. It obviously didn't, because he found out 2 minutes later.
That's
who he
true.
Was.
But with time, though, with people who understand time and space, in all the movies and stuff we've seen in the past, you do something to affect that person in the future, then it could affect the past, so.
But obviously you didn't, so.
True.
I think it wouldn't have hurt him. It probably would have improved their future, which it did improve their future.
Yes.
Or improve some people's futures.
Yes. Because he was able to go back and change some things and keep himself on the straight and narrow. Because what happened is the guy in the boiler hat, he has a time machine. And so what he was doing is going back to
steal his invention.
Steal his invention so that he could take it and get all the credit for it and be able to create his own company, which would then was revealed to us that he creates like a real dystopian society.
Well, he does
controlled by robots. This other thing. Basically he's being used as a puppet by another thing from the future that basically grabbed him and used him as a what do you call those? Not a scapegoat, but as a
patsy.
Yeah, basically, as a patsy, to commit all these dastardly
because he needed a human because who's going to believe Doris?
Yes, because he's basically a loser. This guy with the boiler hat and the little cartoony, what do you call him?
It's the Snidely Whiplash mustache.
Snidely Whiplash mustache. Okay, and so we got that, and so and so one of these things I want to ask Chris, because Chris, he likes all these introspective stuff, because that's what this podcast is for. Okay, his motto, man.
Look to the future.
Look to the future, man.
That is a great motto.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, move forward.
Or move forward.
Yeah. Keep moving forward.
Yes. Yeah. Keep moving forward. Yeah. Which I think is a great motto to have. It's a good lesson. This movie is not my favorite, but it has one of the best lessons it could ever teach a person. Is don't dwell on the past, keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Which is a great thing to teach kids.
Oh, definitely.
How many people actually listen to this? I don't know. But it is one of the lessons that should be taught, period.
Period, yes.
Honestly, I mean, there's 2 Twilight Zone episodes that I can actually... Oh, well, there's one of the Twilight Zone episodes that I recommended for this week. Probably would have worked for this one.
Better.
Yeah. But honestly, I had fun time watching the one that we did.
Okay.
But, Twilight Zone's taught this lesson. Not a lot of people teach this one, though.
Okay, then I'll speak on that one. Like
Lion King taught it.
Recommend that one.
What?
That actual Twilight Zone.
Oh, the other one. The episode is called Walking Distance.
Walking Distance.
And
you didn't want to watch that because it's a little too morose.
It's a little serious.
We wanted to keep it on the uppity.
Let's keep it lighthearted.
Maybe I'll go back and watch it then.
I strongly recommend it. It is
later.
a lot of people's favorites.
Okay. Keep moving forward, people. He has a point though. It is one of the best things. What if we taught kids that stuff like stuff like that?
We did.
Well?
It was in Lion King also.
Yeah, and let's just talk about this, because a lot of times when you dwell in the past, that's what really hinders your future.
Mm-hmm.
Think about depression
Yep.
and some of those things, post-traumatic stress syndrome due to certain incidents happening to you in your past.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say much about war or anything like that, because that's a whole different fucking other thing.
Yeah.
But certain things happening to you, like say childhood that could affect you in real life if you allow it to hinder you as a person. So like your parents getting divorced, or the girl who broke up with you and broke your heart and stuff like that, but yet you get so stuck on it that you can't move forward to another
Stop
person.
naming stuff about me.
Just I'm trying to look like the most innocent things that people don't move on forward.
He's 2 for 2. Let's see if he can keep going.
Or like if you're in an abusive relationship, why
that's
leave
3 for 3.
Leave that shit in the past, and then try to find someone else who's better,
Yeah.
or something like that, and break the monotony of that, break that mold,
break the chains of the past, and look to the future.
No strings on me. I saw there was this great thing. This great thing. I have to do reference to Have and Have Not. Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, he was like, walk around me. She's like, what? Like, walk around me. And she's just walking around. She's walking around. She walks around and she's like, oh, yeah, I don't see any strings on you. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, that's so dope. But no, okay. So yeah, just move forward, people. Keep looking forward. And I'm going to tell you a story about this. And this is going to be kind of sucky too, but and it's talking about moving forward. And I told you today when I was looking at looking up my dad's obituary stuff, and I'm like, because I'm fucking stupid. But it's around this time like I started watching this movie, and I told you it made me cry, and it did make me cry again because I remember right about the time that this movie was released, I was in Arkansas dealing with my dad just passed like weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I come back here and we watched this movie. You know what I'm saying? This movie, and we went to the movie theaters and watched this movie eventually. And dude, I just bawled. And I was just, because there's something about the words and everything in it. And it's what I was feeling. It like embraced everything. And it's all started with fucking Rob Thomas, man. He has this song at the end of the movie. It's called Little Wonders. Little Wonders. And great fucking song. And once I fucking heard it on this, I fucking bawled like a baby. Seriously, today, I just had one of the best cries I had in a long time. It was fucking touching. And this is a great damn movie. I don't care what anybody fucking says. It has a great message. And Walt Disney's a fucking genius, even though he might may or may not have been a racist, but oh my goodness. And whatever they were trying to capture with this film, with that saying, with that one phrase, keep moving forward, they were able to do it with this movie, in my opinion. Yeah. It really affected me in a big bad way. And it's like one I would continue to watch, even though it hurts so bad to watch it. But I would watch it just for that because it helps make me feel, period.
See, you saying that makes me think, you listen to that song makes me think of that story you told me about Mikey listening to that song from Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that makes him cry too. Like
I don't know if it makes him down because maybe he's over there, bro. But I think if he's still bent up about that lost love.
Bad memories.
Yeah, about that lost love, then yes, I could see him really totally like, having a way. I'll shoot him a text and ask him about it. But yeah,
immediately change the channel. No, I'm not listening to that.
And it's all about that, It's all about just moving forward, people, and that's what this film would teach. Well, just elaborate on, If you like one of those feel good movies, I would say I would totally recommend it. You to watch it with your kids and discuss it, especially if you've, as a family, or the kid been through some things or something like that. Sometimes it's good to have a little something to help elaborate that, that fact that, because a lot of times you probably tell them and they don't understand. And sometimes media works well in different ways where they help people understand things better, and sometimes just talking out. But if you can't talk to them, then sometimes they can get that by subtle hints in the things that they enjoy. If you like watching film or music, it can totally help, in my opinion. And I think this is just a good damn movie and I love it.
I was about to say, it's a good movie, not the greatest movie in my opinion. But
yeah.
the message it teaches, the characters blow me away.
Yeah.
The outdated animation, I mean, I can't blame them for having outdated 3D animation. That's just, that happens,
Yeah.
But some of the models look kind of weird.
Yeah. I would say it was the best, but it was, yeah.
And I think a lot of the song choices are really outdated too. Like, that does not feel like music we'd listen to today at all.
Okay, yeah.
This is stuff that I look back and I'm like, oh, thank God we don't make music like that anymore.
Yeah. Do you have? I don't really recommend. I don't know. I know some of it. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good song. It was from Schneid. I forgot who it was. It was someone modern at that time that was making a movie. I think it was from the 90s, though, I believe. But yeah, I was download the damn soundtrack.
Without the what's it called? Without the amazing moral, this movie would probably just fall flat on its face. But this
definitely,
it is a fantastic moral.
It would have just been like Back to the Future type thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I need to save the past, blah blah blah,
like that. But instead, they taught a great message.
And again, see. Yeah. We go back to that to bleed through this when I was talking about, or to Edge of 17, that had some conflict resolution type going there. It made you feel something for that character and who she was. They made you, they gave you enough of this character to know that she was troubled and she was going through some things. And you want to see her process, see her evolve as a person. And bleed through this, no, I couldn't feel that. Dude, because they just lack.
Because I can believe Edge of 17 that she's a 17-year-old girl.
Exactly.
And even with Meet the Robinsons, I can almost believe he's a kid.
Well, yeah, you just believe in the message, I think.
Just played by Tom Selleck as an adult.
Yeah.
Is the Cornelius, the older version of him, is played by...
Was it Tom Selleck? Okay, I thought it was Tom Hanks.
No, it's Tom Selleck.
Okay.
That does not sound anything like Tom Hanks.
Yes, it did, a little bit.
No, it sounds like soft, like Tom Selleck doing his soft voice.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see that because it would soothe me to sleep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when Tom Selleck does his soft voice, it's a very
I want a recording of... I need him to read any audiobook and I will listen to it. He has a great voice.
He does, but he's old now, and I don't think it's as good.
Yeah, he still has a great voice.
It's very cracky now.
I see him on Blue Bloods. He still got it. He still has it.
They shoot him up with some
steroids,
energy
health inflammation.
Yeah.
No, but he's great. Okay, so I think that'll do it for the most part. So that is a recommended film. You guys go watch that. Have a talk with, someone that you like. And if that damn Rob Thomas song gets you like it gets me, play it over and over again. I know. It's like, even when it happened back then, when I first cried, and I cried like a baby, I listened to it over and over and over again because I just couldn't get enough of it. It was what I was feeling at the time, and I just embraced it.
I know there's a movie like that for me, but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
With like a song like that.
The song is enjoyable. And it's like me in the Fish Out of Water story and feeling. Oh yeah, this is another thing. It's just feeling out of place. Feeling disconnected from whatever. Yeah. I've said this before that I still, even to this day, I feel disconnected. I don't know what it is. Maybe a reality. It could be, even the reality of my life that is what it is. I have great wife, great kids, a great older daughter. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things. I got a lot of good things. I got a lot of things that I love. You know what I'm saying, in my life. But yet, a lot of times I do still feel disconnected, and I do not know where that comes from. It could be. That's why I always wanted to go back and talk to somebody and see if they could bring up some shit that's maybe been hidden, because I don't know what the fuck it is. Even my wife's like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I'm like, me neither, right? Yeah. And so, but yeah, it's cool. I'm able to function, and then a lot of times I do have to tell myself, dude, just look forward to the future, because I'll try to go back to the past, and it's like, no, don't do all that. Those damn people are dead right now, so they can't answer any of your questions. So you just got to keep going, moving forward, and answer those questions yourself in a different way. Get the answers that you seek rather than the answer that you want them to answer. I mean, the question that you want them to answer. So, let's go. Oh no, now it's time for some dessert, y'all, with some Twilight Delight. We need some starry music, like some kind of transition, like the little crystal things that you walk through in the 80s. When you hang down, I was gonna get some of the beads. You going into the fortune teller's office.
Hanging beads
in the back room. Okay.
All right. We have the Mr. I forgot his name. I just watched this episode today too.
Mr. Dingle the Strong.
Mr. Dingle the Strong. Now, Mr. Dingle is a awful name for a person. Because it makes me think of a wiener. It sounds like a bad name for someone's wiener. How's your Mr. Dingle today?
Hey, my little Mr. Dingle's hanging alive. Long and to the left. No, just kidding. Sorry.
Mr. Dingle, he's a pathetic little piece of a man. He's a vacuum salesman, door-to-door salesman, with a really bad stutter. That's possibly one of the weakest people in the world.
He's like the fucking imbecile. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would have given him benefit of the doubt, but he proved to be like a damn.
He's played by the amazing Burgess Meredith, who you may know as Mickey from the Rocky movies.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn, okay. That is awesome. That's even better.
He's in 2 other episodes of The Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
and there's he plays Satan in one of them. You have to see that performance and compare it to this one. Like he is a very ranged actor. He played the Penguin in the 1960s Batman.
Oh, he did. I remember him from that one.
Yeah,
I remember the Penguin. Oh,
he's done a lot of stuff. He's been everywhere. But he is a fantastic actor, and in this role, he plays this super pathetic little loser.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
And then this 2-headed alien from Mars comes up and gives him the strength of 300 men. Or no, 300 times stronger than the average person. Yes. And what's he do?
The circus tricks.
He throws a football because a kid threw it at him. I would have thrown it at the kid.
I know. I would have fucked that kid up, dude.
Fuck that kid.
And your daddy. Tell your daddy to come out here to beat his ass.
Yeah, come out here. I got this football.
Because he said, didn't my dad tell you, father tell you not to ever come around here again? Like, I would have hit him with that damn football and said, bring your father out here so I can whoop his ass real quick.
But no, he's like, go along, kid. He throws the football through the...
It was like fucking Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf?
Wait, didn't he throw like a ball real far? Wasn't it football or something? Like, was that the one with Bateman?
That's Teen Wolf 2.
What's Teen Wolf 3?
Is there a Teen Wolf 3?
I don't know.
I know there's a Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman.
That's Bateman, okay. Yeah. Did he do something like that, though?
I don't remember.
I could have sworn he did.
I haven't seen Teen Wolf 2 in forever. Because it's Teen Wolf 2. I love Bateman, though.
Yeah, definitely.
The Bateman rises.
Yep.
But Burge, he throws his football and he breaks a guy. He throws it through someone's window and then breaks a door.
Yeah, it goes through the door and everything. Yeah.
Like $5 says it's going still. It's still going. So,
What about the guy who kept falling off the ladder?
Oh, yeah, the guy who's like, what? Whoa. And then he calls for the taxi to come and he breaks the door handle off.
He just looked like a cheap cab. Yeah. Like, dude.
You break cab, you buy it.
It's so horrible. Oh.
This is just a fun episode.
No,
It's
yeah, it
so
was fun.
funny.
It was just fun. It really was.
You know, I thought it was a
fucking
good
two-headed alien box.
two-headed Martian.
They just had a box with two dudes standing
and
in
then
it.
they had the ears and like hair growing out
Yeah.
to be Vulcan ears. It's so such a
little
weird, cool design.
winding rod on top of their head. It was
And then
like,
the
what
antenna.
fuck
around.
is that?
It's a cool design.
Oh
for
my
what it's worth.
goodness. Yeah, so he does that.
So he does that, and then he meets a woman in the park, and he's like, "Would you think I'm any different?" You know?
Yeah, he has a
And she's
stutter
"No,
too.
she-
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're any different. Well, then let me show you something real quick. He
Yeah,
whips
yeah,
out
yeah,
his
stop.
dick. He whips out his Mr. Dingle.
He was his dingle like, yeah.
Yeah. But no,
And that would have been a fucking trick.
right.
Like, I'm gonna lift this bitch with my dick.
He's gonna do a cock push.
Cock push.
That's Tenacious D right there.
Oh, man, okay.
Did you ever see the movie?
No.
Oh, that was funny.
No,
It's
okay.
good. The Pick of Destiny is funny.
Yeah.
But what's it called?
Okay.
But he picks her up and the bench. He on the bench and is like, "Look how strong I am." And he breaks a pre-broken rock. And he breaks it again. Into his
He
fork.
tears a stone in half like
Yeah.
it's like nothing, like it's a piece of bread,
Yeah.
basically. You can tell that was styrofoam.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like,
You could tell they had to do that take more than once because you could see where it was,
the
like,
seam.
connected. It's so great. I love it though.
right?
Oh, it's such a great.
You
little
gotta
thing.
give it their special effects.
There's
It's
some
freaking
good
awesome.
special effects
Oh,
in
I
this one.
totally forgot to mention that on that one episode. Or was it in one episode we watched? I think it was last week. No, it was actually the one. Shit.
The monsters are on Maple Street, or do on Maple Street?
Yeah, but did you see that one scene when they had the spider, but you could totally see the string, and they were just kind of moving it?
What?
Yeah, they had the
Wait,
spider
what
on a
spider?
string, and it was like in the desert, and you saw the spider.
Oh, you mean the movie?
Yeah, the movie was
Oh,
just like dangling, like tick, tick, tick. Oh, it was so funny. You need to go back and look at that one.
I
Go ahead. I was like, oh, this is
No, you're thinking
genuine.
of the movie we watched. It Came from Outer Space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what was it
Oh
called?
shit!
So Mr.
Don't touch the
Dingle.
mic. No, that's me.
But Mr. Dingle, he picks up a statue and gets his picture taken on the newspaper.
Yes.
And he wakes up the next morning feeling pretty G, you know?
Spry.
It's
like
he breaks
you
his
remember when
alarm.
Spider-Man woke up
Yeah.
to those powers and he was like
takes off
staring
his
in the
glasses
mirror?
and-
Yeah, that
Oh.
it's like that.
Yeah.
But when he
It's
looked in the
like
mirror, he kind of got depressed still because he didn't really have
he looked at his
muscles.
arms and it's like, they're the same. Same little arms I've always had. And then he tears a phone book in half for no reason. Which, I mean, that is not that big of a stunt to do as long as you know how to do it.
Yeah, I guess.
As long as you know how to do it, you
how
can
to
do it.
Yeah,
You know? Because it's actually, there's a trick to it. I
Yes,
don't
there
know
is
what
a
it
trick. I've seen it before.
But yeah. And he's at the bar he's at normally, and he's like, I'm getting so popular, Can I break your walls, man, for this news reporter?
Yeah,
who
because they
wants
had
to-
like people in there like
Oh, yeah, just lining up,
lining
like,
up to take pictures.
come
and
be in the
interview this guy.
circus, or no, be on this TV show.
Yeah.
I got one better. I'll make you the world champion
Yes.
at boxing, even though he'll be like pennyweight.
Yeah.
He'd be featherweight.
Be nothing weight. Well, he can go heavy once you start knocking dudes around.
Don't you have to be in the weight class to be able to do that, though?
That is true. You are right.
I was about to
Oh,
say,
he'd be killing those fools then.
I know he'd be killing those
Like,
poor
they'd be dead if he
featherweights.
hit one. It's like, they could do a Mike Tyson knockout.
No, he'd
Yeah.
he'd be the clown from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, knock his
their
head off real
fucking
quick.
head off.
Yeah, with the strength of 300 men or
300
300
times the average man.
Yeah, 300 times. Yeah, he can knock a head
So
off.
yeah.
He can Jason X that motherfucker.
Oh yeah. No, Jason Takes Manhattan.
I don't know. It's just like, I like saying Jason X though because it's cooler.
It does sound cool. Because having the letter X behind your name, makes it
Yeah.
cool. Mega Man,
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
I just saw a picture with him like in the freaking window when he's had the AK-47.
Yeah.
I think looking out the window about to shoot some motherfuckers trying to set fire to his lawn. Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how you.
I want to draw that with that same scene with Barack Obama.
I don't think Barack Obama would use a gun.
Nope. in the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He'll be holding up
I
Joe Biden, be like,
still wanna
"Come
do
at
it.
me."
Joe's on the other side of the
Joe's on
door.
the other
Like,
side.
oh shit. He's down low.
Yeah.
The camera pans. You see Joe like, they still out there, man? Right, so,
I got it. I
got
it.
this.
Papa got this.
I got this. Bye. I got this, Joe.
I got
this, Joe. All right.
But what's good? So, but he's then a news team comes in and is like, "Can you show us your great feats of strength?"
Oh, yes,
And
please.
he's like, "I like to start off very simple." And he punches a hole through the wall.
Almost puts himself through the wall.
Yeah.
It's so weak.
Which I'm like, really? No, that's not that great.
It was so
I
cheesy.
could do
No,
that.
it really wasn't. Especially if the walls were made out of paper like they were.
And then,
You gotta hit a beam, bruh.
Then he goes to a table, crosses an X, crushes it in half. Then he goes up to a bar stool, takes one finger, lifts it up. Bam. And then he's like, I'm going to lift the whole building. AKA destroy the fucking bar.
Did he grab a support beam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just goes...
When the aliens beamed his ass, like,
we're like, we are
you're an idiot.
disappointed in how he is doing this only for the fame.
What? Yeah, they say he's doing tricks.
He's just doing petty tricks and not doing anything to help out his people.
Stupid.
We'll take it out in 30 to 45 seconds. Enough time for him to make a fool of himself.
Yeah. So he's like...
He loses all his strength and everyone leaves.
Yep.
And then the Martians are still there for some reason, and then some Venus,
Venetians or something.
Some children with fucking weird looking, with fake mustaches, and deep voices come in. They're from Venus, so they'd be Venetians.
Venetians, something like that. Yeah,
yeah. They come hopping in, being like, "Do you have a good test subject?" Oh wait, they have a deep voice. Do you have a good test subject?
Yeah, they're killing.
Yeah,
me.
use that guy. He's below strength average, so he's probably pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah,
too,
that's pretty much what they said.
Poor Mr. Dingle.
Oh, that poor guy. He's just a nimbusle, man. Seriously,
he's goob in this movie.
He's goob.
Or in the show.
He really was. That's how we related.
Yep, that's how we relate it. Because he's Goob.
Yeah, Goob was down, but then Goob got the power through the boiler hat.
Yeah.
The boiler hat. And Bowler hat. He got the power through the boiler hat to actually enact and do some pretty magnificent things. But it's only through the hat that he was able to do it. And so just like
without that, he was just going to throw eggs and TP the building.
Yes,
and say, I destroyed it all.
Mr. Dingo, same thing, with the power from the aliens.
Then he gets 500 times the average intelligence of a human, which makes him fucking
uber smart.
Super smart. And can predict the fucking future, apparently, by saying he's going to hit a home run. Yeah. He hit a home run! And I believe who's going to win the pennant, da-da-da. And then it goes into outro of the saddest thing of... He's just gonna make a fool of himself again, and aliens are gonna keep fucking with him.
Yeah, basically they're gonna. He's become a test subject for them. They'll just keep coming down hey, who do you have? Oh, we got this dumbass over here. He doesn't know how to do anything. So he's a good test subject.
Yeah, let's keep.
He'll come down and probe him soon. So
poor Mr. Dingle.
Poor Mr. Dingle.
Yeah, I admit though, lovable character.
He was a lovable character. He really was. Yeah. He did a great performance. Had a great performance.
I was about to say it's Burgess Meredith.
You want to feel sorry for the guy, but then you want to root for him, and then you're like, okay, you're an idiot. And then
I was about to say, you kind of had your comeuppance come because you were not using it for anything good. You're just being like, show off. But at the same time, that's what a lot of people would do. So he's kind of the average man with a.
What would you do?
Still, I wouldn't really do anything with that person.
How do you think about that? How do you put that into a context of something that you might do with that amount of strength? Like, what is there to do?
I'll do push-ups.
Yeah, play football or do certain.
I'll run across the street and just go, and stop cars.
That could be your superhero origin story then, because name somebody with strength that does super things.
Superman.
But the
Thing. But he looks weird too.
Yeah, but he just looks weird. So I guess you could go about that route. The Hulk, but he's rage monster.
Big and angry.
Batman
doesn't have super strength.
I know, but
Wonder Woman's got super strength.
Mr. Dinglebat.
I can believe
the Bat Dingle.
I can believe Wonder Woman more.
Dinglebat. I don't know.
Dingleberry.
Yeah, I couldn't think about it. Like with them, this is basically worth it. I don't care about all the strength in the world.
I suppose it'd be cool, but
but they wanted him to find some way to help mankind with it. So how could you help mankind with strength?
I know, right? There's not too much.
I can go lift some boulders.
Am I fucking Goliath in the Dark Ages?
Oh yeah,
that's the only way.
That's the only way.
Because strength does not surpass brain beats brawn.
Always.
That's the thing.
It really does.
Is he going to stop robberies?
Unless Braun beats your ass.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Then you can't think shit. Push you in a fucking coma. Then you can't really do anything with your brain. You're basically stuck.
It's true. I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to stop crime, but he's not bulletproof, so, he can
he
shot.
could die. So he's like,
So there's not much you can do with just super strength
for
good of
everything.
humanity.
Yeah.
It's like, you can entertain
You can't
people,
solve a war.
which is always nice.
You can't do that shit.
Because you get shot.
Yeah,
you can't survive a nuclear bomb.
You're just human with this power, so basically.
That's why if I ever get a superpower, I want to be literally unbreakable. Like, if a building fell on top of me, I'll just walk out the door.
You
want to
be fucking
what?
Bruce Willis.
Exactly.
Bada bing, bada boom. That's it.
Because in technicality, you get your what's it called? You get your super strength from that because you have no limit.
Yes.
As that is.
True.
That's why it works. That's why it's the best power, is to be unbreakable with no limit.
Oh,
And survive a nuclear bomb without any bad things.
Superman?
Yeah, just like Superman.
So why isn't he all powerful? Why do they keep trying to break him and give him a weakness? Like, dude, he's Superman. This dude is unpenetrable. You can't do anything to him. Okay. What? Shut up. Bad choice of words. Well, think about it. You can't penetrate his asshole because he wouldn't let you.
He's just got tight buns. You ain't getting in here. I know I'm in jail. You ain't getting in here. I'm gonna shit myself if you even get close.
Does he? Does he go to bed? Does he eat?
Yeah, I mean,
have we seen him eat?
He doesn't need to eat.
He doesn't need
because
to, but
he
he
gets
does
the power
it.
from the sun. But he does it to be human.
Yeah, to be human. There you
That's
go.
the thing.
Gotcha.
You know, it's up here. You know, it's part of the disguise.
This is nourishment. It's food from the sun.
Yep.
Technically, all of our food is from the sun because we grow it. Yep. Okay, so I think that's it for this episode, I believe. But I'm going to read that quote to you because we're going to go back to Walt Disney.
All right.
Here's the quote. Around here, we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Walt Disney. That's been Talking with Fritos. I am Jerry, JJ Wayne Graham.
And I'm Christopher, Mr. Dingle the Roofer.
Now, keep looking forward, people. That's a wrap, not a burrito.